The tax deadline is right around the corner and you are not ready. So what are you going to do? You could rush, stress yourself out, risk stressing your tax accountant out, or you could take your time, request an extension to file, and file your tax return at a later date. The consequences of rushing to file your taxes when you're not ready could be costly. You could forget an important document such as a W-2 or 1099. For those of you who have multiple sources of income, you know how important it is to remember, oh, did I get that 1099? Did that employer send me that W-2? So taking your time to research is so important, and make sure you collect everything that is due to you in that year. Another mistake or cost could be not capturing all the expenses. Taking the time to thoroughly go through your bank statements or your credit card statements are so important, because you could be missing out on important tax deductions and things that help lower your tax liability. And another, of course, major cost is not calculating correctly, rushing and making a mistake. Requesting an extension prevents you from receiving a late filing penalty. However, if you owe, you still may be subject to the late payment penalty. And the way to avoid that is to send in a payment with your extension. So what happens if you don't know exactly what you owe? You're going to send in the best estimate that you can when you file your extension. This is a perfect opportunity and time to work with your tax accountant and sort of figure out how to get close to that number. For example, say you send in $500 with your extension at the tax deadline. Then later you file your tax return and discover you only actually owe $250. You will have overpaid by $250, so you receive that back as a refund and you avoid any late payment penalties. But say you send in $500, later do your return and discover that you actually owed $750. You will have underpaid by $250, so you have to pay that in when you file that tax return and pay a late payment penalty only on the $250, which puts you in a better position than having had to pay that on the full $750. It is my hope and my wish for you that you be in relationship with your money in such a way that you never have to file late. But if you do, just know that it is better to take your time and do it right than to rush and risk doing it wrong, because making mistakes could be very costly.